My name is Adrian Murillo, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So originally I was born in Brooklyn, and my dad's Colombian, my mom is Dominican. But they ended up moving down to Dominican Republic when I was like 4 or 5. And we spent a few years there, and then I moved back to New York when I was 7. We had a baseball field close to where I lived, and one day we just went there and I picked up a baseball and I never looked back. Growing up, I had a bit of success and honestly had no idea what it took to be a professional baseball player or like play at the next level like in college. So I would say honestly around the age of like 16, I came to realize that I wasn't the athlete that I thought I was. I saw what it really took, so like putting in work every single day, going to play catch with a purpose, lifting, all that. I didn't have a routine. So I would say I basically started having a routine when I was like 16, 17. I think I was a sophomore in high school, and they would just give us like laptops to do some research in class or whatever. I would do the opposite. I would go on YouTube, I would look up weighted ball programs and all that stuff. And one day I ran into like Kyle Bodie's YouTube page or whatever it was. And I saw like guys like Casey Weathers, Trevor Bauer doing pull downs and stuff. I'm like, yo, that is sick. And then from there on out, I just started looking into Driveline, like all the stuff that they did. And I bought into it. I would say the pandemic really like allowed me to sit down and realize that I wasn't in the position where I wanted to be in. The season had gotten canceled and I had no offers. I wasn't throwing hard at all. I was throwing like 80 to 82. There was so much uncertainty in my life at that point where I just needed something that was gonna like get me started and get me back on track to do something that I really wanted to do in life. Me and my parents didn't know if we were gonna drive across the country or if we were gonna fly. We ended up flying out to Seattle, but there was just a lot of uncertainty. We didn't know what we were getting into. I had never been to the West Coast, so I had like no idea what I was coming for. Just that desire for me to come here and just actually get better just allowed me to say like, yes, I really wanted to do this. Improvements that I've made, honestly, a year ago, I was not the player that I am now. A year ago, I was scared to actually develop. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a program to guide me to meet the goals that I wanted to meet. I wasn't getting the opportunities that I was looking for, and I came in here and instantly I finally had a program set in stone. I came in and we looked at the mocap, we looked at all the patterns and all that stuff, the baseline. And we like literally sat down and said like, these are the things that we're gonna focus on over the next few months. And obviously over time, I started seeing the huge improvements. I was mostly sitting 80, 81, and here and there I would pop like a 82, 83. Recently I had gotten up to 88, 89. I remember getting on the phone call with the people in CR. And they're like, so what's your goal when you come out to Driveline? And I couldn't come up with a number, but outrageously, I just said, I'm gonna throw 92, 93. And within 6 months, I already gotten pretty close to it. I actually wanna be able to go back to school in the fall and compete and make a team. And obviously, try to throw 92 to 93 and just go from there and just have fun again with baseball. That's something that I didn't have over the last few years that I've been able to find here at Driveline. As I bought into the program at Driveline, I just said, you know what? This is possible. Like, I can actually work my ass off and get to push my limits and see what my ceiling is and just try to play professional baseball. Honestly, for somebody that's in the same boat as me or like thinking about it, they're kind of on the fence, I would honestly say just pull the trigger, man. Just honestly, it's been the best decision that I've ever made in my life. I'm super grateful and thankful that I've actually been able to do this. And honestly, without this, I don't know where I'd be today. From Driveline, I've learned to just be responsible for everything that I do throughout the day, whether that's with baseball, making sure I stick to the program, or outside of baseball, like taking care of my body, making sure I'm staying hydrated, I'm eating good, sleeping good. Like that's just gonna help me get to the next level, and stuff like that just translates to other parts of life. Like as a person, honestly, I've gotten 100% better.